Entitled family refuses to leave drive-thru. This is not my story, but my mother's when she worked in fast food. So this starts as a normal day at Taco Bell. This family drives up to the drive-thru and ordered the normal kind of stuff, but for some reason they thought it wasn't good enough, so they sent it back. And they sent it back again after that. So at this point they sent it back so many times the drive-thru had a large line with other people in line complaining about the wait. The drive-thru workers were trying to get this entitled family out of the drive-thru, so they asked for them to come inside so they don't hold up the line. So the family did what any rational family would do, refused to leave the drive-thru, blocking people from leaving. The workers tried to refund their food, they even tried to give them the food for free. The family still decided that they should imprison the other people in line. The people in line were tempted to call the cops if the workers didn't. So they threatened to call the cops instead of leaving. They decided to still refuse to leave. Eventually the wife decided to get out while the husband kept holding up the line. At this point the whole store could hear the crying kids in the back of the car, while listening to this crazy lady yelling at everyone. She even grabbed a soda cup and threw it at one of the workers. Finally, she decided to leave while cursing everyone out, and the family finally left. Some of the people waiting in line didn't even order, they just left because they had to wait so long. My mum's friend's entitled family. I wasn't present for this, but I was just told a couple of minutes ago some details. My mum's friend is from a trash mining town in Arizona. She grew up pretty poor with no real parental guidance. When she was able to get a job, she did. She needed to, so help support her four other siblings. When she finally had enough money, she moved out and to a town an hour away. But for 7 years now, she has been receiving frequent calls from family members asking for money when they know she can barely support herself, and when they have never helped or given her anything. They feel as if they're entitled to her money. She's been going to my mum for financial advice and a place to stay. Entitled women would rather leave the cafe than move to a table less than a metre away. So I waitress at a cafe, and some ladies came in with their kids. I think it was 3 women with kids. I didn't pay too much attention. They go at the back to our courtyard where there are 4 small tables, 2 larger tables towards the back but still fairly close, a kids' play kitchen, just a small wooden setup with toys and such. One of the ladies asked me, while I was seeing a customer might I add, if they could move 2 small tables together so they could be near the play kitchen. I was unsure and suggested the larger table that was perhaps a metre further away. It's basically empty back there with only one other table occupied, and it's enclosed so no kids are going to run off. She refuses, adamant on the smaller tables be moved to accommodate them, and I go to ask the boss if he's happy with this. He's not, since it's just pointless and the smaller tables can be used for smaller groups and such. I turn back and they've already moved the tables and taken a seat. The barista, more expensive than this cafeteria, goes out to the back to tell them to move. According to the barista, the woman said, "We would like to sit here so we can be near the kids, do you understand?" The barista obviously does, but asks them to move again, but the woman, seeing as she's not going to get her way, just chooses to leave with her group, not ordering anything, don't even move the tables back. "Oh, you bought the big house with the indoor pool? Great, now you can bring our kids over for a swim." "No bitch, you can't. I just bought a house, there's 5 bedrooms, an office, a large basement and an indoor pool. Apart from the usual why do you need such a big house if you don't have children, I've also got the comment in the title. Most of my neighbours have kids, and many of them assume that I'm going to let their gremlins in so they can swim in my pool. And they have the gall to look offended when I tell them no, the pool is for me, my boyfriend, my friends and my dogs. It also seems to bother them that I keep my gate locked at all times when I'm home because our kids would love to play in your front yard, you have so much space. I've already installed security cameras and I'm going to place cats around the boundary wall. Must do all I can to fend off the entitlement invasion. To be honest, it just sounds like he's bragging to me. I believe this belongs here. So my entitled aunt wants to get rid of a stray dog that is really close with me and my parents. We can't keep the dog in our house, but the dog usually roams around with its pals all around the neighbourhood. A few nights ago, the dog saw my aunt and her kid walk into our house, and the dog ran up behind her kid and was barking at her. Now my aunt wants to call the animal control to take the dog away with its pals. And in the animal control, they kill the dogs, and I really love this dog. My aunt is always a fucking bitch like this, I really fucking hate her. So yeah, I'm on the verge of tears and really just sad about this dog. Entitled mother doesn't let her daughter over to our house to play with my sister because there's a teenage boy over there. Hello there guys, I haven't really met this lady, however I'm counting this as an entitled parent encounter, so enjoy. Anyway, my sister hit it off with this other kid from school, and they're still great friends, but when they tried to organise a get-together, the EM said something like, "I will not let my child over there where there's a teenage boy, because all teenagers are known rapists." Funny thing is, she had a teenage son. He was in college at the time. I like to use this as an example of why the people who think rape culture is a thing are retarded.